Alright guys, I'm gonna be bringing you the Xbox One PS4 debate. I'm not gonna be biased to a console, not gonna be biased to my Xbox One that I have pre-ordered, but I'm gonna be unbiased. I will pick, I will tell you what console is better. I'm gonna tell you what console is better now. It's a console you guys decide on which console is better. For me, it's the Xbox One, but there's some other guy, it's gonna be the PS4. There's not a side at the end of the day. You can pick a side saying that console's better, but it's a matter of what the person wants. If you want to get down to it, graphical wise, the PS4 has it. I think on game side, exclusives, it's a tough battle. And with the stuff that Microsoft has brought recently, I might have to give the edge to Microsoft. But if you talk about this generation, then I'm giving the edge to Sony easily. Really, Microsoft has only made Halo, Gears of War, and then they have Mass Effect 1 and Dead Space 1 and Bioshock 1. A lot of ones, but then Sony wanted in, said, oh, this game can actually sell. I want in on the monies. Who doesn't want in on the monies? But, so I've my console is the Xbox 360, and I pre-ordered my one. I'm excited. I pre-ordered it with Dead Rising 3. I'm excited. Before we get a little bit more into the debate, I want to tell you guys what I've been playing on the Xbox 360 side. Well, I haven't been. I'm not going to be able to cover a lot of PlayStation news. I don't keep up with it. I'm sorry, but just overall gaming news. All right. Halo 4 Championships bundle came out. I had the Legendary Edition. I had to buy a new one because the one broke, and so they said, you just want this? And I said, sure, because it's easy to get the disc in and out. But it's fun. It's awesome. I picked up 2 games, which I'm really excited for, and I'm going to show you guys here in a minute. But while I was waiting for these 2 games, a couple months ago, I just went boom and just bought a whole bunch of stuff. And one of the games is Max Payne 3, and I can tell you right now, this game is amazing. It is awesome. You guys should just go buy it. Now, the 2 games that I bought today on a Wednesday, so if you guys are watching this, probably on a Thursday, I'm recording this late. Oh, Splinter Cell Blacklist and Saints Row. I played both of them, and they were phenomenal. And to people who say superpowers are dumb, that's stupid. Superpowers are awesome. This is like the closest like superhero game like ever, and that's saying something. Besides the Batman games, Batman games are better than this. But this game is awesome, and if you guys are a fan of GTA or any like open world games, I would suggest picking this up. This will easily tie you over to your GTA 5 craze, which I'm on that. I pre-ordered mine. I'm really excited. It's gonna be just like the greatest game ever. But yeah, I played like the opener of both, so I'll probably get a little bit more into it. And then I played one Spy versus Mercs match, which that was alright. I gotta get used to it. My crossbow. I really hope this isn't like my Spy is just gonna suck until I do something with it. But campaign wise, you need to pick this one up, and this game's just awesome, so you should pick that up. And all the games I recommend. Alright, and so I'll put out a review for both of these once I've completely beat them. And I'll put out a review for other games, maybe older titles later. But now let's talk about the Xbox One PS4 debate. So overall, overall graphical wise, the PS4's won. There's no doubt about it. It's not a lot, but PS4 won. If you want to just say dead sin on it, yeah, PS4 is a better graphical wise. But here's the thing. Both consoles are gonna be amazing. They are both gonna be amazing. People that buy both, that's awesome. But to me, I'm not gonna have the, like, grand to buy them. I mean, there's a lot of other stuff that's coming out that month that I want, like In November, I'm picking up Watch Dogs on my 360 and picking up the Stick of Truth as well. I believe on the same day. So, yeah. It's going to be fun. And then, so also, just around gaming news, PS4 has made the announcement to go with I believe it's the November 15th. So I'm assuming Microsoft will go in on this and say we're going to put our console out even earlier to try to get the jump start in sales and really go at it with Sony. And so now what I want to do is I want to talk about even before the release of this console. I'm pretty sure people were already knowing I'm going to buy the next Xbox. Because I've heard a lot of people saying, like, some of my friends say they have a PlayStation, said they don't even use it. They busted out for the exclusives like The Last of Us, where people say, oh, amazing, and it's a must-play. And I absolutely agree with that. I have not played it, but just from gameplay, it looks amazing. They've got Ratchet and Clank, one of my all-time favorite series. Another all-time favorite is Twisted Metal. They've got a lot of good things, and I can't deny it. But if you want to look at the only, like, online play, if I ever wanted to play online, I'm going to play on my 360. It's where most of my friends are. So yeah. So let's go up even to, like, the announcements. I didn't watch either announcement. I just saw bits and pieces of it. But I watched them later, at a later date, when I think it was almost E3. So I wanted to see what they look like and that sort of thing. So Sony, I believe, did a better job, honestly. Now Sony busted out games. They didn't bust out like a whole bunch. They just said, like, here's like 3 to 4 games to get you really excited for this console, and you're gonna see a whole bunch of more at E3, which is a good thing. You'll leave the guys like, oh, Infamous Second Son, I can't wait for more gameplay demos and that sort of thing. And yeah, I think it was a good move by Sony. Ooh, cam angle, that actually gives me more light to my face. So, and Microsoft, they focused on the entertainment, and the excuse was that they wanted to this was a revealing of the console. Now, am I going to use TV on my Xbox? Probably not. Because it's a matter of clicking a remote, and then I can just turn on my box, my VCO, like my satellite box. It's not a big deal for me to hit like 3 buttons instead of moving like left stick, hit the button, let's watch TNA. I don't care about that. And now, even also in some gaming news, Viacom has made a deal with Sony to put on all that stuff. Spike, Comedy Central, I think Nick, I'm not entirely sure. I think Nick's is Viacom channel. But all the Viacom channels, but I'm not going to get into Evolve with Viacom. I just hate them regardless about the whole ordeal. Like a few months back with DirecTV and all this crap, I was annoyed I missed, I think it was 2 weeks of Impact I missed. That I was frustrated, and I had to watch it like 3 days later when it came on YouTube, where I could just watch like the full show and not have to just click Impact's videos. But so yeah, I would have to give the overall conference just the reveal to Sony. Now, now let's talk about the E3 reveal, to where Sony, they had some nice things to it, I cannot lie, but not a lot of things wowed me on the show. I think what won the game is over is, this may sound like a lot of people are just saying this, but this is, again, my opinion, is that they won with the used games to gamers. And in a sense, I think that's what won it. That used games, I don't think people are ready for the actual next generation of gaming. Is that they want the used games, which I understand, but in the year, I would say maybe 2020, everything's going to be digital. There's not going to be a point to go buy a disc version of a game. There simply isn't. It's just so much easier for people. They don't want to get out to just put in their credit card information, say, I want this game, install it, and then we're good. They don't have to get out. They have to wait like an hour or two, maybe depending on what internet connection you have to do it. It's just so simple nowadays. So that really, it's not a big deal to people, but to console gamers there is, because I say, hey man, oh, just almost lost that. They say, hey man, I just picked Saints Row 4 up. It's awesome. You want to play it? They're like, yay! I give them the game. And then they play it. And the thing is, with Xbox original design for their console, is that, no, you can't do this. Oh, if you do this, you're going to have to pay us. I don't know what the fee was, but I imagine, I would hope it would not be a ridiculous fee. Like, if it was a $2 fee, I would have said bull already. But if it wasn't that expensive, I would have just said, oh, crap, I got to pay another $2 because I bought this thing used. Because at the end of the day, people are just going to say, well, I don't want to have to pay another $2 to buy it used. And GameStop sales, like for a new game, if I went to go trade this, then they would give me about $30, I would say. And then they would mark it up at a $55 used copy. And let's just say it was a $2 thing. Let's say it was a $5 thing. I would just rather get the game unsealed. The guy could have just like had a gnarly scratch on it. I don't know. I'm not saying GameStop would ever do that, because I love my GameStop. They're the most awesome guys ever. I had a Turtle Beach headset broken, and they refunded it. I didn't have my receipt. The guys are awesome there, and they're really nice. It just I think on GameStop, it depends on what store you go to and what type of employees are. So, yeah. So now E3, like I said, I don't know if I said it yet. I give it to Microsoft. I really think they won this. I think with the games itself, that's how they won it. At least to me. I played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. They were alright games. Same thing with just like Battlefront. I love those games, but you're gonna have to wait for the sequel eventually. If you wait, it's gonna happen. Just like with Valve. Eventually, you will see a Portal 3, a Left 4 Dead 3, a Half-Life 3, a Dota 3. Eventually, you're all gonna see those games. And then people are telling, a lot of my other friends said, you know what, I'm just gonna buy a PC. It's so much simpler. Just to say, boom, 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 I bought a game, download, I got it. And so PC gaming is probably the easiest way to game and the best way to game. It beats Sony's graphics by like a mile. And then the PC, you have so much more. Now, to me, I don't like the keyboard and stuff, so I just stick with a console. But with these new consoles, they're going to be up to par with a PC. There's not going to be, like a billion times better graphics, because with a PC gamer nowadays, they can say that. These all consoles, I think, are like in a 10-year lifespan almost. This is the longest lifespan of console gaming. So it really does interest me to know that. So overall, I would say that E3 wise, yeah, Microsoft won. They didn't address the bad parts of the used games thing. They did address it, like, I think nearly a week later. Said the following, that you can use used games, you can do all this stuff, you don't have to put in the download, you don't have to have an online internet connection. So I'll talk about that now. It's all Microsoft's original features, alright? Now, I'm going to go down to used games. Used games I use. I mean, if you look, I bought Max Payne pre-owned. But if you notice, because I did notice when I bought this, they had a Max Payne new for $30. So eventually, guys, the games are eventually gonna go new. With pre-owned, all that's gonna do is bring it down maybe $7. And yeah, $7 can do something. Can buy you a fast food meal. Can do a lot of stuff with $7. But I don't think it would be the end of the world if used games go away. Because eventually, a lot of used games are gonna go out of business. You're just gonna have to accept that eventually. That a used game is gonna go out of business. And people say, oh, why did all these companies go out? It's because of used games. GameStop makes a ton of money on this. Because it's a matter of just looking at it. If the guy treated it well, just like this mount, well, this Max Payne, dang it. But look, I mean, like the Max Payne I got, I don't know if you can see it, it's flawless. Yeah, there's not a thing bad about it. It plays fine, and they're gonna say, "Oh, well," to me, I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine. I'll save my $6." So, now I gotta fix this. So, overall, I give the overall edge to just what you guys prefer. I'm buying my Xbox One. Some people are gonna buy the PS4. Do what you guys want to. But at the end of the day, it's a matter of what console you want. You can't stop anyone from doing what you want. That's my message that I'd like to leave today on, I think, is that you guys are going to pick the console you want. I'm going to pick the console I want. We all got opinions. That's what matters. And I think that's a good, solid thing. I mean, there's a lot of games coming out. All the games are going to be awesome to play on. And yeah, I mean, it's a matter of what you guys like. I know I've been redundant, just keep saying the same thing over and over. But, I mean, overall, they're both awesome consoles. If I could buy them both, I absolutely would. You've got a lot of games between the two now. And to people also, I see on GameStop where it says Dead Rising 3, this better come out on PS4. No, it's officially not. Capcom has signed a deal with them to make a only Xbox One game, and they said Dead Rising 3, would that work for you guys? And they said, yes, I'm fine with doing it. Because if you guys remember, the original Dead Rising was only on Xbox 360. If I recall correctly, got that here. It should say yes. Before they had like the only on Xbox 360, that was it. That was the only like on Xbox 360. If it just had that, then it was a only Xbox 360 game. Now, if you look at Dead Rising 2, let's look at BioShock now. That was another exclusives. See, look, only on Xbox 360 and Windows, and then there had the own Xbox 360, Xbox Live thing on it. So, yeah. So, guys, it's a matter of what you guys prefer. Every console is going to have their awesome games. But at Gamescom, I haven't watched the press conferences. Really haven't got to heard all that much. All I know is Fable Legends coming out. I haven't seen that much on the Sony level, except for the, I think PS Vita is now $200. And that's about it. They focused a lot on Vita, saying they're trying to get all of the PS4 games to be Vita compatible, so you can take all those games on the go, which could be a good and bad thing, because I have a feeling that they're gonna try they're basically gonna have to be working on 2 games at once. Like, oh my god, I gotta get this game done. Sony's got this game coming out. Oh crap, we gotta work on. So I don't think that's the good idea for Sony to make every game Vita compatible. I think you need to make your exclusives Vita compatible, and then maybe a little bit of third-party titles. Not every game needs to be for a Vita. Because I thought whenever the PS Vita launched that was going to be the idea. And I thought, You'll basically be working on 2 different consoles. So I didn't think that would be a good idea. This video is already clocking in at 20 minutes. I don't know how long it's gonna go, but both consoles are good. I also, if you want my personal opinion, let's run down the facts. PS4 has stuck to their guns, saying we're gonna cater to the customers, and it's $100 cheaper. We cannot forget that the PS4 is $100 cheaper. But at the same time, if you guys want to do game capture, PS4 is not going to do that. It's got one built inside, but I don't have a feeling that it's going to be all that great. Because it just depends, but Microsoft has stated that they are allowing game capture, that you don't have to use our in-game capture. So I'm interested to see on that, because if you watch the E3 press conference, like the whole, look at that, like, that's not game capturing. You just took a highlight film after this, like, 10-minute fight. So, I'm excited to see. So what are you guys gonna be buying? And what games you guys want? I've got on my list. I want to pick up. I got my Dead Rising 3 pre-ordered. I would like to pick up Rees and Forza 5. Those are my games I would like to pick up. And that's let me look. I think those, and the new Madden. Also, I just love football. And so now with the closing segment here, I would like to talk about games that are coming out in the coming months to the new console releases. At least the ones I've got on my list and what I would like to see. Alright, so last week Payday 2 launched. So that's good. I want to pick up Payday 2. That looks awesome. I loved it that it came to console, so very happy on that. Fans of XCOM can be happy with the Bureau XCOM Declassified being released the same day as Saints Row and Splinter Cell. There was a big going to war on that. And next week on the 27th of Tuesday, I think that's another Tuesday, is Madden 25 and Lost Planet 3 going to war. That's insane right off the bat. That is just... I have a feeling Madden's going to win. Lost Planet's not all that popular. It was another original Xbox title that Capcom said, let's just put it back on the... Now let's put it on both consoles, and now that's a game that's sticking. So it's most of Capcom's games, Lost Planet was an Xbox 360 exclusive. A lot of PlayStation, I've noticed, a lot of old PlayStation games, they didn't like it at first. They said, no, this game's not going to do. And also, before we go, we're going to talk about indie. We're going to talk about indie games. Games like all the PC like games that look all that cool and that you don't really get. You get like arcade games, and then you have the indie marketplace on Xbox. I don't know what you guys have on the Sony live side of things. But then in September, basically the only game I would like, the only 2 games I would like to pick up in September are Diablo 3 and GTA 5. GTA 5 already got pre-ordered, so I know I'm picking that up. Diablo 3 looks awesome. I'd love to play it. I don't have a PC. I'll probably buy a PC soon. So maybe you can see a good amount of indie gameplay and stuff. But there's also now October is when it hits hard. Let's go to Batman Arkham Origins, kicking off the 25th. Now, the early months of October, I don't know if there's anything good coming out, but I've got my eyes set on the end of October. This is when all my goodies come out. Batman Arkham Origins, I've got that pre-ordered. I love the Batman Arkham Origins. If you guys have not played the Batman Arkham games, I would highly suggest them. They're very fun, very entertaining. AC4 is another game I got pre-ordered. I did not enjoy AC3. Did not enjoy it all that much. Multiplayer's alright. They still need to work on balancing issues. But I'll talk about that sometime later. So AC4 is really good. I'm excited. I don't think it'll be all that great. I did not enjoy Naval Combat. And I've got it pre-ordered. I'll say this. The reason AC3 I don't like And people will say, then why are you buying AC4? I've played every Assassin's Creed game at launch, and I've loved nearly every one. I enjoyed 1. I enjoyed 2. After 1 out of 2, I would say 1's better, but 2 was still really good. Brotherhood was alright. It did not turn me away from the franchise at all. It just seemed like it highly focused on like getting your groups together and those sort of things. And I just kind of like to do everything myself. But I still use my assassin guild a lot, and that was a really fun aspect to use in AC Brotherhood. And then you have AC Revelations, which was my favorite in the franchise. I loved Revelations. It was awesome, great fun. And then AC3 hit. I was like, how did you wreck AC Revelations momentum for me? How? That game is so freaking fun for me, AC Revelations. And you just wrecked it on a high note. Like, it's not that AC3 is total garbage. There's just a whole bunch of things that need to be fixed. Number 1, I might do a separate video just to try to describe the atrocity in AC3's like DLC alternate universe. That is crap. To turn in a bird on a fly, then turn into a bear. I want to know how an Indian does this, because I want those powers too. Okay? So, if there is a way to get those powers, I want them. Alright, but, so that's why. I'm too invested in the storyline to see. I want it to end. I want to see. Okay, huge spoiler alert. You can click like 20 seconds ahead of the video. I'm gonna do a spoiler alert. I might go on a little bit of a tangent here, so, skip a little bit. So, yeah. Spoiler alert, if you haven't played AC3, Desmond's dead. He's dead. How are you keeping this storyline going? He's dead. There's no if, and, or but. Oh, he has the power to do this and that. No, he's dead. The ruins were collapsing on him and crap. The ruins were about to collapse on him, and the lady just goes off happily, joyfully. You can't do another one. You said in the first game he was the only one of that kind. And you just go on and do another one? I'll do that rant in a separate video. So after AC4, we have Battlefield 4. I'm really looking forward to this. So yeah, Battlefield 4 is gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to this too. I'm looking forward to this more than COD. COD has kind of just died out for me. I really love Halo. Halo 4 is my favorite game of all time. I love the multiplayer. It's an awesome experience. I love the Halo franchise. But the people who like COD, I played the early ones. I enjoyed them to an extent. I'm not saying COD is a bad game at all. I understand people like it. But if you guys like it, that's what counts. It's not my opinion. It's what your opinion matters. So, and then to wrestling fans, WWE 14 comes out on the 29th as well. By the way, AC4, Battlefield 4, and WWE 2K14 all come out on the 29th, so that's going to be another bad war. And Origins comes out 4 days earlier. So, I'll talk about the TNA game for like a minute, because this one's already clocking in at around 30. So, I enjoyed the TNA game to an extent. The game was very glitchy. I love TNA, but the game was very, very glitchy. I have not played the mobile games. I enjoyed the DS game more than I did the actual console game, I have to actually probably say. But TNA has so many amazing matches that they could easily do a game. It's a matter of them doing it. Go ask 2K. I know they have a contract with WWE. I don't know. Go ask EA. Why don't you just TNA go ask EA? They're making UFC now. I mean, just saying. You could go ask EA for a game. That would be awesome, and I don't have to buy WD-14 then to put like TNA superstores in, download them, and then let TNA stores just dominate that entire like thing. I don't have to make all the belts and that sort of thing. Yeah, whenever I buy a wrestling game, guys, I go all into the game. I make my belts, I make my ring, I make like the announcers to even talk at ringside. I go all out when I buy a wrestling game, and you can call me a nerd all you guys want. I don't care. When I buy a wrestling game, I go all out on it. So and now on the 5th of November, the most anticipated game probably for a lot of people, COD Ghost is released. There's not a surprise that another COD's coming out. I think they got plans. I think this is COD 1, COD 2, COD 3, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, this is 9. And I know they've already got 10 and 11 already worked on. I know Treyarch's already working on 10. And I think they're just calling it Call of Duty 10. And I think Ghost might be the 10th because there's like some spin-offs with Call of Duty Big 2, Big Red 1, and all this crap. But if you're looking just at the Modern Warfare, like basically like when the game got popular, this is like only the 6th game in the franchise. But then the 2 games go to war with Watch Dogs and South Park: The Stick of Truth. Now, honestly, Watch Dogs is gonna be good, but I'm not looking forward to the game now that Ubisoft said every game's gonna be a franchise. I don't like that. Ubisoft is going downhill to me because of the crap like this. Why do you have to say every game's gonna be a franchise? Now, I'm okay if you make a game like the last Splinter Cell game came out like in 2-3 years ago. Okay. I don't want an AC game every year. My friend, he couldn't even finish AC3. He couldn't do it. He couldn't bring himself to finish the game, Ubisoft. So you need a lot of character work and just a lot of everything. You need to work on this game. Not just shove it out the 1 year. You don't need to make a card every year. Like, if COD would be a lot better to me if they would take a lot more time with it. But to me, I'm not, again, this is just my opinion. COD just goes, the campaign is utter crap to me, and the multiplayer just gets, I play it for like 2 months, then it's say, I'm done with COD. I'm done. And then I just go back to my Halo. But that's it. That's just my personal opinion. And then other games I would on the Xbox One, like day one releases, are Reese, Son of Rome, Forza 5, Dead Rising 3, which I said I've got pre-ordered Need for Speed Rivals, Madden 25. Games I'm looking forward to: Dead Dying Light, Titanfall, Sunset Overdrive, Quantum Break, 3-4, Elder Scrolls Online, Final Fantasy 15. I don't care. I'm excited. The game looks awesome. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, and with Tom Clancy's The Division, yeah! And so I think that's it for this vid. Again, my opinion, I like the Xbox One for the consoles, but that's just my personal opinion. It's what you guys like. I would say overall, as a whole, the best console is, well, again, what you guys think. I'm not going to pick a side for just everyone and think that's the side you guys have got to follow. It's what you guys want. But just my opinion, I like the Xbox 360. I'm going to upgrade to the One. And they fixed, and anyone that says, oh, well, I like the old console, and then for people that were bitching at the old console, those people that were bitching about the old console and now bitch that they got it fixed, what the hell? Can anyone please you? That makes no damn sense. People that were bitching at Microsoft to fix the console, and then those same people were mad because they revoked it. That doesn't even make sense. I'm happy that they made the console changes to an extent. Like, I really like the idea of family sharing, but that's it. Again, what you guys like. is what you guys like. What I like is what I like. And that's the end of this video. Remember to rate the video. Remember to give it a thumbs up. Add it to your favorites list. Comment. And my comment. And what I want to know, guys, is what console do you guys like? And what console do you think you're going to get? And that's pretty much it. What console do you think you guys are going to get? And what games do you want for the console? So that's pretty much it. I'm excited for the new generation of gaming. And I hope you guys are too. So, please just stop the console war. All systems are going to be great. And it's not... You can't say the other guy's wrong of opinion, because opinions do matter in the world. And without them, opinions are... we're all just going to agree with each other, and there's no point. So, yeah, this video is already clocked in at 36 minutes, starting now. So, yeah, I'm sorry if the camera quality's not that great. Peace. Hope you guys enjoy this video, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.